Vistra's Senior Vice President of Governmental Affairs, Sano shared with our national consultants how government and public policy will impact us all in 2021. Let's take a look at her enlightening comments.
Hello, I'm Sano and I'm delighted to be with you today to present our company's government affairs program. Being part of Ambition is truly an honor, and I hope that by the end of my presentation, you will have a better understanding of what we can do for you so that you may grow and build your networks and succeed in meeting your own business goals. So what does government affairs do for you? Let's get right to it. The government affairs team is responsible for executing legislative policy initiatives and political strategy. That means we spend much of our time educating elected officials in Congress, in state governments, and those that oversee regulatory policies. By doing so, we hope to help you by eliminating barriers that keep you from selling your services and programs to potential customers. And most importantly, we educate elected officials about the benefits of a fully competitive retail market. So ultimately, you may expand your sales networks. Customer choice, customer control, supported by a fully competitive marketplace. Those phrases define our advocacy efforts every day, wherever we are. So let's meet the government affairs team. Who are we and where are we? Let me introduce you to them. This is a team that is here to help you by providing insight on political and policy issues to your customers and your business. Government Affairs has its pulse on the political landscape in every state where Ambit sells its services. In addition, we also cover the U.S. Congress and the administration. Let me get started with Jeff Ferry. Jeff has more than 30 years of both generation and retail policy experience, having worked in one of the most politically challenging states in America, Illinois. He lives in Springfield, the capital city, and he works closely with the governor's office and legislative officials. Jeff also represents us in New Jersey, another difficult state. But Jeff is currently seeking legislative support to further open up the retail market in Illinois, and he has his eye on emerging competitive markets in Michigan and Indiana. Matt Zachary has worked in all phases of the electricity industry, including gas utility markets. From his home base in Dallas, Texas, Mance represents us in Austin, where he most recently was successful in ushering through legislation providing customers access to certain low-income benefits so that they could pay their bills. He is also busy promoting the opening of retail markets in Oklahoma and Arizona. For those of you from the mid-Atlantic part of the United States, meet Colin Fitzsimmons. Colin joined our team a year ago from Direct Energy. He has 10 years of experience in retail policy, and prior to working at Direct, he worked at the Pennsylvania State Capitol, where he was responsible for overseeing consumer-related electricity issues. Colin is helping us expand the markets in Pennsylvania and Maryland. And in Virginia, he continues to educate policymakers about the benefits of opening up a market where today only a few utilities provide retail services. Brent Cheney. Brent covers both Ohio and New York, and needless to say, he has his eyeballs in issues and opportunities. Brent began his career working in the United States Congress before joining TXU Energy. He then joined my group, and with his TXU Energy background, proved invaluable in helping us educate policymakers. Today, he is working to ensure all of our retail brands are protected from burdensome regulations, such as those that just keep cropping up in New York, and you know what I mean, and is also working to push the state of Ohio to adopt provisions to allow retail suppliers, not just utilities, access to customer bills, similar to the way we interface with our customers in Texas. Rebecca Kay. Rebecca Kay keeps a watchful eye on retail issues in the New England area, namely in Massachusetts and Maine. Rebecca spent this past summer ensuring that Massachusetts did not roll back retail competition, making it more difficult to do business in that Commonwealth. And like Brent Cheney, she too worked in Congress before joining TXU Energy as a community affairs manager. Rebecca also oversees our federal affairs in Washington, D.C., and she leads our employee political and civic action programs. Priscilla Barber Randalls, well, she started out as our intern 5 years ago and has since worked in Congress before joining the company full-time. Priscilla covers Connecticut and California, as well as Austin and Washington, D.C. Most recently, she provided important testimony before the Connecticut legislature on how our brands protect consumers in the retail market. She also played a pivotal role in opening up the Texas local government market so school districts, counties, and city governments